If you plan to go wild, then definitely you need an SUV. And when I talk about SUV, this car actually justifies the tag. Yes, the Mahindra Thar. So in today's video, I'll be giving you a detailed information regarding this vehicle. Remember, you have tuned into Motor Hub. First of all, before starting this with the review, I would like to tell you to subscribe our channel because a lot of viewers of ours has not done the same. You know, subscription is absolutely free, so definitely subscribe our channel to encourage and support us. Now let me talk about the Mahindra Thar. If you are thinking that this car is going to give you a lot of unique things or unique features, then you don't expect anything from this. This car is actually meant for off-roading and you are going to feel proud when you own one. And I know everyone is familiar with the design language of this car thanks to the police jeep. Now let me begin with the walkaround. First of all, I want to mention the approach angle. As I mentioned, off-roading, this approach angle is massive. So if you go to any terrain, this car is not going to disappoint you. Talking about some features, then we get halogen reflector based headlight. I think Mahindra may have offered us LED at this price point because this car cost almost 15 to 20 lakhs on road. On the side of the headlights, rather on the wheel arch, we get halogen indicators with LED DRLs. And actually the black color of the Thar looks the best in my opinion. Talking about the grille, then there is a very small grille, and again I am going to mention that everyone I think is going to be familiar with the design language, and if you guys want to feel the actual size of the vehicle, then you need to feel it in person, because by just looking one video you cannot feel the actual size. This car is massive in terms of size, especially from the front profile. There we get a silver color finished bumper which gets the Thar embossing. And also one thing to note is that here we get halogen fog lights, and if you want to open the bonnet, then it gets that old age style where we get two hunches on either of the sides. So just open it and then open the bonnet. Also we get a Mahindra embossing on the front. So guys, this was all about the front profile. Let me now move to the side profile. Now talking about the side profile, then first of all I want to mention the embossings. There we get the AMOC embossing, which is for the diesel engine, and it also says 130 bhp of power. So the power figure is basically 130 bhp and 320 Nm of torque. We get Thar embossing on the outside rear view mirror, which is also massive in terms of size, and it is actually square in terms of shape, which is very much unique, and also the old age design again. And if I talk about the size of the vehicle, then it is not a lot in terms of length, but talking about the height, then the bonnet height and also the overall height of the car is massive. Talking about, even I am 6 feet tall, and you check what is the height of the bonnet, it is coming almost to my chest level. So that's what the basic thing is all about. Talking about the alloy wheels, then it gets 18-inch alloy wheels with all-terrain tires, and the section is 255 by 65. It gets 255 by 65 section tires, and the basic thing, as I mentioned, is all about the all-terrain tires, which is great addition because this car is actually meant for off-roading again. And only because of this alloy wheel we get a very much snazzy looking design from the side profile. Now talking about the biggest demerit of the side profile is all about the request sensor. Neither we get request sensor on the co-driver side nor on the driver side, and there is no lock or unlock switch in the key. It just gets a basic flip key, and from this you may definitely imagine that there is no push start stop provided in this car. And talking about some more factors, then it gets this old age style hunches on the doors, and also the rear wheel gets drum brake and the front wheel gets disc brakes. So not all four wheels get disc brake, only the front wheel gets the disc brake feature. Now let me move to the rear profile. Now talking about the rear profile, then the biggest attention grabber is this. Yes, the exposed spare wheel. We get the same size and the same design for the alloy wheels, and also the tire is of the same size only. So definitely if you are having any puncture, you don't need to worry about the spare wheel. It gets a full size spare wheel, which is definitely a great addition to the Mahindra Thar. And even we get Thar embossing on the tail light, but there is no Thar embossing provided on the rear half. And also we get the 4x4 embossing on the right side of the Thar, and on the other side at the same place we get the fuel box. And if I want to open the boot, then here we get the lever. So actually it doesn't feel the size of the particular spare wheel. Now talking about the boot space, then there is no boot space on offer. Yeah, it may be around 100 liters or somewhat, and even we can open the rear windshield, which is definitely good thing, but we cannot stuff in a lot of stuff in the rear, in the boot. And if I want to put some stuff inside the boot, then I need to do some work and put both the seat down and stuff in luggage. So if you want to do touring in the Mahindra Thar, then it's best suited for two people only. Now let me move to the interior and show you the rear seat space. Now if I want to tumble the seat, then there is a lever provided on the backrest, and it feels very much easy. Now I can get inside the rear seat. So it actually takes a bit effort. So I can like climb inside like this. And once I am inside, let me bring this seat back. Then there is decent amount of space. I think I can sit here for around 100 to 200 kilometers. So there is decent amount of space provided in the rear seat. And if you are thinking that Thar is not a proper 4-seater, then you are definitely right, because I can just travel for 100 to 200 kilometers sitting inside the rear seat, but it's properly comfortable for 2 person only. Now let me move to the front seat and show you all the features. Now if I talk about the front part of the interior, then first thing first, you are just going to feel rugged. There is no feeling of premiumness, and I think Mahindra may have offered us some leather finishing on the driver touch points, like on the steering wheel, even on the place where we keep our hand, and even if possible then on the dashboard as well, because yes, this car cost almost 20 lakh rupees on road, as I have mentioned in the starting part of the video. But this car is actually meant for ruggedness. So we get hard plastic all over the place. Now as I have mentioned all about the plastic quality, now let me mention about the features. Then we get a basic touchscreen system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It even gets adventure statistic, which is definitely great because it gets a lot of information regarding off-road. And there is the AC vents, which is circular in terms of design, and it even gets some carbon fiber finish in the center console, which definitely feels premium, along with the piano black finishing and a chrome finish which surrounds the AC vent. On the lower half we get the AC controls, but I want to mention the lacuna here, that is all about that it gets a manual AC only. There is no automatic climate control. When we get the temperature controller on the lower half, and some more controls are about the hazard light and also to turn on and off the driver on the co-driver side airbag. And on the lower half we get two levers. One is the conventional gear lever, and the other one is to decide between 4 high, 2 high, 4 low and neutral. Yes, what is 4 high, 4 low? Then it's basically for off-roading purpose. You are stuck somewhere, if you are stuck somewhere, put the car into 4 low, you are just going to get out of the particular terrain. So basically 4 low is known as the crawl ratio. And if you want a detailed video regarding 4 high, 4 low, 2 high, then definitely comment down below. I will try to make a video soon. And if I talk about the handbrake, then it is basically the manual one, and we get the power window controls on the lower half. There is no more control placed on the center console, and it feels so much basic. And of course this car is not meant for premium feeling or anything of that sort. It's only meant for rugged and proud feeling. The steering wheel doesn't get any kind of leather finishing, as I have already mentioned, and the horn feels so good to hear. There is the button for the cruise control, so definitely it gets cruise control. So if I give you a brief description about this car, then if you want to do touring, if you want to roam all over the India, then the Thar may be a very good choice. But remember, due to the softer suspension, you cannot go so much fast. and even you cannot maintain triple digit speed for a long while because thanks to the softer suspension, as I mentioned. Now talking about this area, why I'm mentioning these things, because it gets some controls which is like very much useful in especially off-road conditions. Like there is the button for the hill descent control, which is really useful. There we get the traction control button, and this is for the control of the MID. Yes, we get the buttons placed on the lower half, actually on this part, to control the semi digital instrument cluster. We get analog cluster for the speedometer as well as the tachometer, but if you want to control the digital screen which is placed in the center console, then you need to control it from here. There we get the headlight leveling switch, and the circular AC vent looks so premium. Now let me mention about the adventure statistics. So if I get into it, then there is the on-road menu which shows you the power, torque, compass, and the G-force monitor. Yes, it shows you how much G-force you are facing while accelerating the car, which is indeed a great addition. There we get the speedometer. Now if I move into off-road, then I can see at what angle is actually my car standing, both in terms of vertical and horizontal direction. There is the engine temperature meter, there we get the steering position indicator, and also in which gear I am currently in. And also on the center part, it shows me how much power is going to which wheel. I mean, this Mahindra has just loaded this car with a lot of off-road technologies. Now let me mention, should you consider this car or not? Wait, I'm not going to mention should you consider this car or not. Instead, I'm going to mention why should you consider this car. So if you are already having a vehicle in your house, and you want a secondary car which is great in terms of looks, design, and people turn to look your vehicle, then definitely this is the best choice under 20 lakh rupees, and you may definitely buy this car. So thanks viewers for tuning into this video. If you love it, give it the like button, share it among your friends and relatives, and also do press the red color filled subscribe button to encourage and support us, as I mentioned. And if you want to see all the behind the scenes of this recording, then definitely follow me on Instagram, whose link I'll be providing in the description box below. So thanks viewers for watching this video once again. Bye bye till the next one.